Hey y'all, welcome back to Rock Natural. Now coming to you today with a new video. But before we get started, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today, and be sure to hit the subscribe button because you do not want to miss out on any videos that are coming in the new year. So on this channel you can expect to see hair, makeup, beauty, lifestyle, tips and tricks, and women empowerment. So you don't want to miss it. All right, let's just get right into the video. But I know you're probably eyeing this makeup look, and I did not post it on YouTube, but make sure you follow me on Instagram because it will be on there. A little short tutorial showing you the products and what I did to get this look. So I'm sure you can tell by the title, but in this video I'm going to be giving you some tips to help you plan and set goals for 2020. Everything I'm going to say in this video can be used to manifest and pursue your dreams without it being a new year, but what other time than now is it to prepare for the new year. So there's a few things I'm going to talk about. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is your yearly goals. So something I've done is write down your yearly goals. I've taken my yearly goals for 2020. Every day, every week, every month is a new time to reset your goals and get you ready for the next month, next day, next week. But something about the year, a lot can happen in a year. So what I've done is I've written down my goals for 2020. And these are all the goals encompasses. So the three categories though that I used was like a personal goals. I wrote 5 things for personal goals, 5 things for work goals, and then 5 things as far as like a monetary goal. So I feel like those are the top 3 areas in most people's lives that they're usually focused on in trying to grow with. So those are the reasons why I've chosen those, and I've attended some free courses to help set up goals for the new year and things like that. So all of these things are stuff that I've learned throughout those classes and, you know, just talking with people. So once you have your yearly goals, you want to write those down. So 5 for each category. If you have more, kudos to you. I know goals have a lot that go in them, but that's just a good way to start if you don't know where to start. The next thing I do is break those goals down even further. So break them down into a 90-day goal. So the first 90 days of the new year, January through March, what are you going to be doing to achieve your yearly goals? So for example, let's say your yearly goal, personal goal, is to lose, let's say 20 pounds, right, for the year. So what are you going to do in the first 90 days that's going to contribute to your yearly goal of losing 20 pounds, right? So you break it down to the 90-day goals. Then you go even further and break it down into the monthly goals. So this is where it can get so detailed and so fun, and things happen. Like, you never know what's going to happen, but it's a good way to say, okay, in the month of January, this is what I did, to where I know that I am working towards my yearly goals every day, every week, every month. So then you can even go one step further and say, okay, weekly and monthly. I think that's easier to do once the month has started, because then you have like a better idea or a better schedule for what January would look like. But as long as you have those goals written down for that month, then it's like the perfect way to get it started. Doesn't that type of stuff just get you excited? Yes. So then the next thing I want to talk about is, now that you have all your goals written down, you should create a vision board. There are a lot of ideas out there, and I'm just going to show you some on the screen that I just found on Pinterest. But I do also have a video of me making a vision board last year that was super helpful. The thing with vision boards is that you want to have fun with it, you want to make it creative, you want to make it pleasing to the eye, so that it's something that you want to look at every day to ensure that you're working towards your goals For example, if you are saying, let's go back to the 20 pounds, you may get a bunch of magazines or print things off online that shows, you know, maybe it's a lump of fat, or maybe it's a scale, or maybe it's words that say weight loss. So there's a bunch of different options to kind of envision that on your vision board. But the one thing I like about vision boards is that it has everything, well, it should have everything on there that you're working towards, and it's just like a visual reminder, if you're a visual person, of what that looks like and what you're working towards. And the thing with the vision board is that it has to be somewhere where it's visible for you to see daily, and it's just a great reminder to ensure that you are hitting your goals. And be sure to check out my video from last year when I created a vision board. The next thing I want to talk about is get a planner, a notebook. Write these things down in the planner so that you're on track, and this will help you ensure that you're hitting all of those goals each month. So like, let's say you get a planner that has a goal section, write your goals in there. As far as the whole activity that I was talking about at the beginning, like, that's helpful if you do that in a notebook and then break it down even further and then put it in the planner so it's not as crowded. If your planner has extra pages in the back, that's great too. There's multiple places you can get planners from, Amazon. I'll put some links to those down below, and then you can also go in stores. Places I like to get them from is like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. Does Ross have them? Well, anyways, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Target, Walmart, like all those places have good notebooks. And then after that, those are like the top 3 things that I would suggest doing to ensure that you're hitting your goals for 2020. So let's just revisit them. Let's talk about all the things that we talked about so far. So the first thing I mentioned was doing the activity where you're writing down your yearly goals, breaking them down even further into 90-day goals, and then going even further to do month-by-month goals. This is one way to ensure that you're going to hit your goals. The next thing I talked about was creating a vision board. So vision boards are good for visual people, and just to ensure that you are revisiting your goals every day and looking at them and manifesting them. And then 3, get a planner, put it on, you know, a digital calendar, and that is how you can always make sure that your goals are in front of you. The last thing I wanted to talk about was journaling. So this is something that I've started in this past year after attending a course, and what I've learned is that it was a great way for me to really reflect on all of the things that I experience on a day-to-day basis, and it helps me to like clear my head so that it's not as crowded with all the things that I'm thinking about. So when you journal, it does not have to be like Dear Diary, here's what happened today. It can literally be like, I'm feeling this, I'm needing to do this, this is what I'm aiming for. Your journal can literally be whatever you want. It's just a really good way to ensure that you're expressing your progress, expressing your frustrations, and really trying to keep everything on track, keep a clear mind, a clear head, because there are times where your goals, you've written down a goal and you may not hit the goal for the month, but what are you going to do that following month, that following week, just to ensure that you hit that goal for that time frame? So having a journal is just a really good way to track those. And then at the end of the year, like, think about how exciting that would be if you've reached all of your goals and you're reading back to your journal and saying like, wow, I was struggling that day, but I was able to make it through. So this was something that I've really done in the 2019. It was recommended by a coach I had at one point, and it's really just been life-changing. There's so many times where I've had so much on my mind and I just put it all on paper, and I was like, wow, like I feel so much better, and I can actually think about other things now because I have space to process them. So that is all for this video. Make sure you do those 4 things to really achieve your goals for 2020, because I want you to be and get all those things that you want and aspire to be. And I am going to be doing all of these things in the next few weeks. I've already started my writing down my yearly goals, breaking it down by 90 day goals, and then going even one step further and doing the monthly. I'm realizing I'm struggling a little bit with the monthly because it's hard for me to think about that without actually being in the month, but it's such a good activity. And I'm just so excited for the new year. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, because one of my goals is to grow on YouTube and continue to inspire women on here and give you helpful tips and tricks that will make you successful in your day-to-day. And that's why I want you to come with me along on this journey. And be sure to check out these 2 videos here, and I will see you in my next upload. Toodles!